after I watched it, I just had to like curl up in the fetal position because the deaths in it made me so uncomfortable. What's up, friends? Today we're checking out the ending to episode 9 of Chainsaw Man. The name of the song is Deep Down, and it's by the artist Aimer. We'll be looking at this clip from the perspective of a songwriter and producer, so expect a lot of pauses to go over individual elements and to talk about how the song is developing. I really like how the song starts off with this breath. The breath is kind of very evident. We're going for a more breathy tone, a slower. This is the most anime ending sounding anime ending for Chainsaw Man that we've experienced so far. We've got vocals atop strings. It's female vocal, so the strings are in a lower register so that, you know, there's a little bit of separation in terms of frequencies. The vocals are a higher frequency than the strings. Strings are doing kind of this drony sound, this very atmospheric, just swells and chords. I like the differentiation in passion we're hearing from the singer here. Adds this intensity and then draws it back. Giving and taking, pushing and pulling. Sounds like the song is in A flat major right now, but there's also a really strong kind of minor bend toward it. Like it could go to F minor at any point, which is interesting. It adds this nice kind of tone to it. Makes it feel a little bit eerie. And this episode was definitely eerie and uncomfortable. I really like that Japanese string instrument used right there to kind of add some sparkle to the high end. Also, there's this melody that repeats a few times, and then in the last time it goes into a transition. I like how that was developed. Like that kind of vibe. It's cool. The strings are getting into a higher and higher frequency. They started out really low and drony, and now they're coming up to match the vocal. And then as they're coming up to match the vocal is going into a higher register. So it's almost like the strings are chasing the vocals up. Really dig how those drums come in. Just how in the beginning of the song we had this breath introduce it. It's almost like the drums breathe. There's a reversed, sounds like either a hi-hat or a crash, kind of this whooshing sound that leads into the drums going. They're very airy sounding drums. It sounds like they have a lot of saturation to them. Oh, sorry. Yep. That's sick. That's twisted. To be honest, during this episode, after I watched it, I just had to like curl up in the fetal position because the deaths in it made me so uncomfortable. It was too intense for me. Way too intense. It was terrifying. I did not like it. But at the same time, I loved it. But I didn't like it. And I loved it. Yeah, I like the addition of piano right here. It sounds cool. It adds a nice little element to the song, having more of this hammery, stringy instrument go along with those strings. Also, it's really cool to hear those higher notes from the singer. I like the way that they're kind of mixed voice. They kind of have this breathiness that's mixing the falsetto and the chest voice together. It's nice. They're really smooth transitions that make it seem like the vocals are seamless. Interesting that we started on a more major note, and then here we're ending on a more minor chord. In general, that last half of the song was fairly minor. Sounded like F minor was the bass more than A flat major. Yeah, a lot of fifth intervals throughout this song. A good sweetness to it, but it also made me uneasy, just like the episode. So, you know, it all meshes together nicely. Makima's a freak. She's a terrifying freak, and it freaks me out. She freaks me out so much, and her sweet demeanor in Japanese just adds to that creepiness. Just has the sweetest high little voice, and she's saying things that are insane. Throw me for a loop. And this song is sweet and unassuming and very anime ending sounding, but it also slips into that minor key while you're not even paying attention. And then suddenly it's a full-on EDM going hard piece that you could see people moshing out and going crazy to. Not going as crazy as they would to the Maximum the Hormone song, but still a little bit of, movement to it near the end. Okay, great. Hope you enjoyed this little video. Hope it added some insight into the music. If it did, I'd really appreciate if you liked, comment, shared, subscribed. Also, I just did a rap about Chainsaw Man using a sample from the first ending. Really appreciate if you check that out. That's right here. And I've got other Chainsaw Man reactions right here. Thanks so much. Catch you on the flip.
I'm gonna live a good life on top of the world, singing out every day with a beautiful girl. She says I'm her type, making my heart whirl. We're gonna hit it so high she'll need an epidural.